Hey guys, okay, so I don't hardly ever do these, but I'm gonna do it today. This is just what Spirit wants you to know for your own sign for the next 3 months. Spirit saying, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This covers rising moon and sun signs, so you may find that Leo matches more with you if you have a Leo rising rather than your Virgo sun or whatever. So let's get into it. So for Leo, it's going to be really important for you to try to overcome any scarcity mindset that you have been dealing with, because Spirit is saying that you are blocking your own blessings and not acting on ideas or things that you have had in mind, to progress things for you in your life. So, say for instance, I know that I have the basic minimum qualifications to apply for a better job, but I keep getting so stuck in, well, I'm making this much right now and there's a recession and who knows if they'll hire me. And Spirit saying that you're keeping yourself from even moving forwards and applying for that better job. And therefore, you're blocking those blessings by being stuck in this mindset. Again, guys, I tell you all the time, there's plenty of people that became millionaires during the Great Depression. There were plenty of people that became rich or prosperous or abundant or started businesses during the 2008 housing market crash and recession. This is not going to stop anybody if you really have that in your entrepreneurial spirit, if you have faith and you're working towards it. So don't get caught up in the fear and the struggle mindset that other people have, and try to really work on that imposter syndrome. Spirit is saying, for you personally, wake up every single morning and tell yourself, I am worth it, I am worthy, and I am deserving. And make that a mantra that you speak to yourself throughout the day in order to program yourself back into believing that, because it does feel like there was something that shook your confidence. And to remember that when things don't work out, it's because either the universe wants you to wait for a different time, or because that thing wasn't meant for you and they have something better in store for you, but not to allow it to crush all of your dreams and to hold you back and to keep you from thinking that you do deserve or are going to receive anything that is good going forwards. And once you do that, we've got the Lady of the Gift here representing generosity and receiving, letting go of that withholding energy and being in that place of deservedness where now all of a sudden these things that you've been wanting or that you have been, sort of kept from start to come in. And your postcard from Spirit is, uncertainty is the new normal for the whole world. Things are changing at a rapid pace, and the old ways we once trusted are no longer reliable. But leaving the familiar behind can be a good thing. When you are pushed to step into the unknown, you are pulled forward into discovering new possibilities that have been hidden in plain sight. Check in with your higher power. Your soul knows better than your small self. Have faith in the support of a higher power and the infinite potential for your life. Right now, the advice we have for you is this: try something new and try something different. You won't know how it feels, what it looks like, or what the outcome will be if you do not take that first step into the unknown and experience the unfamiliarity. You'll be so glad you did, because the treasure will appear. We're so proud of you for being brave. You are so loved and supported. And Spirit is saying, stepping out of the familiar can also mean stepping out of these old limiting beliefs and mindsets And the trying of something new is, I'm just going to have the courage to do this, because courage is not something that we, you know, wake up one day and have. It's doing something despite having the fear and putting yourself out there and going for it, regardless of whatever is taking place in your life otherwise. So we're starting with fire signs. So we are moving on to Sagittarius. Your messages for the next 3 months, which, you know, is covering from today, which is May 15th, until August 15th. Okay. It's time for you to really step into and trust and work with your own intuition more. What Spirit is saying is, you know, we have the Hawk Prince here, Spirit communication and paying attention. Then we have the Horse King, which is assistance. And then the Queen of Light, illumination, enlightenment, and celebration. So if you haven't been meditating, journaling, paying attention to your dreams, asking for angel signs, now is the time to do so. If you've been wanting to get a reading or start practicing reading tarot cards for yourself, now is the time to tap into that energy. Because Spirit is saying you've been asking for answers. The universe has been trying to show them to you, but you haven't been paying attention. And it's time to really embrace that side of you. Everybody has their own level of discernment and intuition anyways, but Spirit is saying that yours is going to be heightened more these next 3 months. And so it's important that you are tapping into that side of yourself and that energy, because the more that you do it, the more the answers that you seek will appear right in front of you. And you'll be able to use this to have a better sense of yourself, but also to be able to reach your goals faster and to accomplish the things that you really are set out to do. So your postcard from Spirit is, Dear, dear you, it might be hard to believe you'll ever get to where you want to go, feel the way you want to feel, and find peace and security, but you can't. There's lots to celebrate in this life, but first you need to let go of this attachment to achieving certain results. It is easy to get caught in the endless loop of wanting this or that so you can feel safe. The only way out is to surrender the attachment. Empty yourself so you can be filled with something new. The compulsion will be lifted and peace will come. Trust that something better awaits. That something new will open up and you will see new opportunities for fulfillment. The truth is, whenever you get into the loop, what you are really looking for is Spirit. That connection is where the power, the peace, and the purpose lies. Everything else follows after that. Give yourself a hug. We've got you. Loving you so, so much. And remember, guys, prayer works just as much, if not better, than anything else. So again, like I always say, get comfortable with praying. You don't always have to get on your knees and, you know, make a big deal about it. I pray constantly throughout the day. I'll just be walking down the hallway, you know, go into the laundry room to switch laundry. And because things are quiet and I have a moment, I'm just saying to God, thank you for everything that you've given me. Thank you for removing any blockages that are in my way. Thank you for protecting me, you know, or telling him something I'm worried about and asking for help with it. It's as simple and as easy as that. We don't have to make anything complicated. So Aries, this one is for you for your next 3 months. Okay. I know this one's going to be real hard for you. Listen, I feel like patience and being still and being in the moment is like the human lesson that we all have to learn. But especially for Aries, I always say that you guys are like the energizer batteries of the zodiac. And it's always just go, 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 go with you guys. Like you literally are the human personification of ADHD. And So I know that this one is going to be hard, but actually what Spirit is saying is now is the time to kind of take a step back and have some patience and live more in the moment and just pay attention to what is going on around you and ask yourself, is there a way that I can bring more balance into my life, into my own world? Because you're so go, 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 it's easy to get caught up in just living life and doing life, but not experiencing it and not taking a moment to realize these are the things that need to change. If I want to be able to have the career and have the love life and buy a new car and move across the country, things can't all happen all at once, and I need to take a step back to be able to figure out how do I balance all of these things and how do I accomplish all of that. And so you're being called upon to do that right now, because the more that you do it, and really Spirit saying the patience is the patience within yourself, because there's a fear there that if I don't do everything this second, if I don't jump on everything, the moment's gonna pass by. When Spirit's saying the things that you are like always constantly putting a timestamp on, they don't need to have one. You can be happy at any point in your life. You can have love at any point in your life. You can become rich at any point in your life. It doesn't all have to be, if it doesn't happen by tomorrow, it's never gonna happen. That's fear that's controlling the situation and making you always feel like you need to be in a rush. And so by taking that step back and having patience within yourself and believing more in yourself, that transformation in your life will be easier to accomplish, because your intuition has a moment to come in and speak to you and say, this is what needs to change. This is what we need to work on. That's what needs to be let go. But when we don't have those moments of stillness, we're unable to listen to Spirit and to our intuition and to be able to really truly make those beneficial changes. So take a step back, look for some balance in your life these next few months, and your intuition will kick in more and things will be easier going forwards. Here's your postcard from Spirit, Aries. Dear you, what is true for you? Can you be impeccable with your word? Sure you can, as long as it's not used to manipulate others. The truth can set everyone free. Let go of the results, let go of your fears, and allow the truth to empower you and others. This will set into motion a kind of change that will be supportive of you and loving and all kinds of prosperous. That is not a time to compromise and hide your truth from others. Whatever it is you want, go for it and be clear in your motives, especially with yourself. You will be so happy you did. This is the time where you will tap into the power to co-create and manifest your best life. Doesn't that feel amazing? And the results miraculous. When you tell the truth and ask the same of others, you can learn a lot from life's bountiful lessons and achieve your dreams. And Spirit saying some of this, maybe not being completely honest that you're dealing with has much more to do with, I'm not telling people no. I'm not telling people I need a break. I'm not being honest with myself that I need a break. I feel like I have to live up to certain expectations or I'm not valuable to others. And Spirit saying again, it's that fear that you need to release in order to really live your best life and have that soft life and have the things that you search for. And they will come easier through that. So let's move on to air signs. We're going to start off with Gemini. So Gemini, what Spirit is saying is it's time for you to really just have positive expectations about your life. There's been certain signs, especially that we have gotten our elements, that have kind of gotten our butts kicked by the universe over the past however many years that may be for each person individually. And through that, it really wasn't because we were being punished. even though it felt like it at the time. It's because we were being guided onto the path that the universe really wanted us to be on. And if you look back, all the things that did end or didn't work out, you wouldn't want those things or those people in your life today anyways. And so spirit is saying, you know, you're not in a position anymore where you have to get your butt kicked to get the message. Now you're more tapped into your discernment and your own intuition and into paying attention to the signs that the universe sends you. And because of that, now it's time to start really expecting that the universe is going to show up and show out for you, and that good things are coming to you, and that you are in the good part of your life and you can enjoy things more. And so spirit is saying, make your manifestation every morning when you wake up. Today's going to be a great day. Everything that I want works out in my favor. The universe always has my back. And repeat those things to yourself until you believe it, and it becomes the energy that you operate from. And with that, know that you have developed the discernment and the intuition to see, okay, that person's crazy. I'm going to stay away from them. That person isn't good for me. You know what? Maybe I don't want that job. It seems like it's a lot for not enough money. And that you can trust that you've built that up enough in yourself that you can trust yourself, and that you're not going to have to get the universal butt kicking, but that I know enough to avoid those situations so that it doesn't come down to that in the future. So it's really time to give yourself credit and to stop being scared and to enjoy things now. Good for you. So your postcard from Spirit is, sometimes it's wonderful to give, but there are times you might find yourself over giving. Now might be a good time to check in and see where you might be cutting off the flow of abundance. Let others give to you, even if you are more comfortable being generous and being the giver, the healer, the rescuer. In the art of living, we sometimes overlook an important skill, receiving gracefully and with gratitude, without diminishing yourself or trying to deny vulnerability or bringing an agenda of equality to it. Receiving is hard for some people, maybe you. You do not need a this for that in your exchange with others. You are doing good in the world. Let the world give back and support you. Then you can give up the old stories that have you convinced that you have to do everything alone with no help. Let your well be filled. I love that, Gemini. Alrighty, so let's go to Libra, and then we'll do Aquarius. Okay. Pay attention to your dreams right now, Libra, because Spirit is saying that there is going to be some very powerful messages that will be showing up in your dreams. Right now, it's important for you to focus on the good that's in the world. It feels like, Libra, maybe you've been spending a lot of time focusing on or trying to protect yourself so much from the bad things in the world, because just like we talked about with Gemini, you know, some of us have really gotten our butts kicked by the universe, that it's like we developed, you know, these spidey senses of danger is coming so much that like now we go out into the world just like feeling like I have to have this armadillo, you know, shell around me to protect me from any of the bad out there. But then we're blocking out the good from coming in. And Spirit is saying that you have had dreams that have been trying to come to you to tell you to lighten up, to let others in. Maybe you've been misconstruing them or misunderstanding them, like especially if it's like, I'm seeing ancestors in my dreams or people that I haven't seen in a very long time in my dreams. Does that mean that they're trying to warn me about something or trying to tell me that, you know, I need to be careful? They're showing up to let you know and remind you that there are good people in the world, and that there are people that love you, and that you are being protected, and that you can have people in your life and good things in your life. So Spirit is saying that it's time to accept the kindness of the universe and to open yourself up to that good and to believe that it's out there and to look for it within the universe. There is the winged wise ones coming in, the ascended masters, the angels. They're protecting you. They're watching over you. They're bringing angelic help and miraculous aid. So if you have been worried about certain situations not working out for you, or how am I going to accomplish a certain thing, prayer, 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 work with those ancestors, call on those angels, because they are going to be around you heavy. They always are, but especially over these next 3 months. So it's an imperative to connect with them, utilize them, ask for what you need, lay your worries at their feet, and be open to the universe providing what it is that you need so that you can overcome any struggles and bring in anything new that you've been trying to. Your postcard from Spirit, Libra. Dear you, there is always more than one side to an argument, two sides, if not more, to every story, and hundreds of ways to be right, different, be at odds, and so on. Today, we suggest that instead of looking for differences, you find a meeting place of agreement and approach this experience with understanding and compassion. Seek common ground to understand how another person thinks or how an alternate plan might be laid. Stay out of judgment, too. Observe, discern, but accept that others have different stories, experiences, and journeys, and some people might refuse to remain open to another's point of view. No matter what, you've been presented with a great opportunity to explore a new way of doing things once common ground is reached. You're attracting people and situations that enrich your life and bring you wonderful things to learn. Alrighty, so Aquarius, let's see what your next 3 months have for you. Okay. It is time to work on any lingering insecurities that you may have that you're allowing to manipulate or cloud your judgment and your experience of the world, of yourself. Again, Spirit is saying it's this, I took in so much of the bad opinions of people who didn't like me that I allowed it to shape how I view myself and create these insecurities that I don't need to carry around as a burden anymore. And those are clouding my own judgment, and I'm manipulating myself into believing that I'm incapable of things that I can do. And once you are really working on overcoming that and getting out of this shadow queen behavior, you're able to open up this tap, because Spirit's really showing it, somebody turning on a faucet of creativity, of endless, dreaming. And when we daydream, we are manifesting things whether we realize it or not. And so by allowing yourself to get out of your own head, get out of your own way, and open up that door, all of a sudden you're able to have hope, to create goals for yourself, to have dreams for your future, and you are going to see those things open up for you and start to become a reality in your life, because the diamond dreamer here is representing material wealth, true prosperity. This is amazing energy that you definitely want to allow in. And so it's really time to overcome those limiting mindsets that Spirit is saying are not true. And we're just lies from haters, really, when it comes down to it. So your postcard from Spirit. Dearest you, we know everything in the universe is perfect, even in its flaws. And we view the creations of Spirit in total awe. All is unique, yet a part of a unity of existence, but the human experience is a little different from ours. You tend to have a specific standard for what you consider ideal, and this isn't serving you right now. So forget your idea of perfection and see through our eyes, allowing things to be as they are without judgment. Don't wait until a perfect moment or mood to start something. Instead, enter life with all of its flossomeness. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Let others be who they are too. Imperfect and human, complex or simple, it doesn't matter, for there's always something to discover, experience, and love. When you drop the need for an ideal, you uncover the real treasure, which will be far more interesting and valuable. So, see, stop waiting to be perfect to think that anything good can happen for you, because we're never going to be perfect. That message goes for everybody, regardless of what your moon rising, sun sign is. Nobody will ever be perfect, and perfect is boring as fuck, to be honest with you. And if we're always waiting for that moment to happen, nothing will happen. So, alrighty, let's move on to water signs. So, Scorpio, we're going to start with you. I'm just going in the order that Spirit's telling me to, so don't get mad that I didn't start with Aries and then go throughout the whole zodiac calendar that way. All right, so it's time for you to really work on home. And home can mean either your literal home, your shelter that's over your head, or it can mean home as in your soul, who you are, the body that you are living in, the life that you have. But it is time for you to take a big, deep look at that and work on it. Because Spirit is saying that there's something that you've been avoiding, whether that means taking care of your mental health, your physical health, cleaning up the house. But there's something and it bothers you constantly, but you try to overlook it and just keep existing in the world. And this is keeping you from enjoying your life the way you are meant to. And now is the time to spend these next 3 months really on a self-improvement and self-love kick. And if it is, my physical home is a disaster, everything's a mess. The closets are all unorganized. The dishes are always piled up in the sink. I haven't mopped the floors in 2 weeks. Our physical space represents what's going on mentally and emotionally. And while, of course, we can always take that to extremes and become OCD, but it's very hard to relax and feel good about yourself if when you're at home and your eyes traveling around, everything's a disaster. So what Spirit is saying is whatever this is that you personally keep ignoring and trying to just not deal with, it's time to deal with it, because once you do, a weight will be lifted off of you. It's easier for you to love yourself. It's easier for you to go out and be your authentic self. And it's easier for you to navigate life and the real world. So that is your message, Scorpio, and your postcard from Spirit. Dear you, the simple yet powerful law of cause and effect means everything is in relationship. Every action on earth has a consequence, and even in the spirit world, there is a consequence for every action taken on your behalf. Right now, you're facing conditions that were set in motion by past decisions. Consequences are coming into being in your favor. They will remind you that making good choices and listening to your intuition pays off. If some things are a little off and uncertain, know that whatever you are facing, you can step behind it just by using your imagination and acting on that instead of reacting to what is being presented. Everything you think and do has far-reaching reverberations into the web of life. Move to higher ground and have faith that what goes around comes around. The universe is always self-correcting anyway. Isn't that amazing? How we adore you. And Scorpio, one last thing. Tell yourself you are sorry and you'll forgive yourself. I'm sorry for all the times I didn't put myself first when I should have. I'm sorry for all the times I wasted dating the wrong person. I'm sorry for all the times I didn't show up and stand up for myself. I forgive myself for all of those times. And I know that going forwards, the choices that I make will be more in my favor and I will do better going forwards. And release that burden from yourself. So let's move on to Cancer. Okay, Cancer, it is time for you to really step into connecting with your tribe, with your community. It feels like a lot of you have been sort of maybe self-isolating. And it feels like for some of you, it was definitely because it's like I had my head down, I was grinding, I was trying to achieve my goals. For others of you, you may not have been feeling so great about yourself. So there was the depression, self-isolation, whatever was causing you to isolate. It's time to come to the edge, come out into the world again, connect with your community, connect with people that love you and that you love, because it is really not only just get together season anyways over the summertime, but it's the perfect time to take advantage of that, because Spirit is saying that it's going to help you get out of your own head. It's going to remind you that people do love you. It's going to give you some work-life balance if that was your situation. And it's going to remind you that there are like-minded people out there that love you and will give you a hug and want to be there for you when you're having moments. But it's important to not forget that you do have a community and a tribe. And if you feel like you don't, it's time to put yourself out there and build one. So this next few months, you are given permission to go out there. Remember, you are a hot girl. Have your hot girl summer, whatever that means for you, or your silly goose summer. But it's time to get out there and be around people, live life again, stop self-isolating, find the balance in it, but it will do you a world of good. And your message from Spirit: dearest you, we here on the other side have one important thing to declare. Love is the answer to literally everything. We don't necessarily mean romantic or erotic love, though they are wonderful, but something above and beyond that. Everything alive in the world was created by love. Spirit sends love to animate life and birth it into existence. Love is without conditions, and it is based in reverence and a fierce and joyful respect for life. Love thrives when you focus on it, and we want you to turn away from anything that causes it to wane. Love is when you no longer see yourself as other or separate from, better or less than. When you act as love, you give permission to the world to thrive and grow as it will. Can you let go of what is not love and ask, what would love do? Love is waiting for you always and forever. Spirit is saying, make your mantra: I am love, I give love, I receive love, and my ancestors fill me with love. And also, if you've been on the fence about getting any type of pet, or you've been wanting one, Spirit says now is the time to do it as well. I keep feeling like some of you might get a bunny or a little kitten, but that is going to bring a lot of love energy into your life as well. So if it has been something that you've been wanting to do, but you just haven't pulled the trigger on it yet, do it. And especially if it's cat season, go rescue a cat. Alrighty, Pisces. Time to find some balance. Step into your feminine energy with this yin card, because the yin is the feminine and the yang is the man. So because it is time for you to let go of the never-ending story. Again, I'm not good enough. People don't like me. I need to change this about myself. My thighs are too fat. Whatever that negative thing is that you play on a loop in your head, it's time to let go of that. And it's time to really step into more of your feminine energy. Even if you are a Pisces man and a Pisces straight man at that, watching this. We all have the feminine and the masculine energy in us. And listen, I am a girly girl, but I'm also all fire and air in my chart. So I got a lot of masculine energy in me. And so this is no judgment, because trust me, I can fight with the big boys, with the best of them. And I have fought men before physically. And so I'm not, not proud of that. I'm just saying, we all have both sides in us, and we lean into one more or the other at times, depending on what life calls of us. And it feels like, masculine energy is really getting out there and doing things, hard work, taking charge, having to be more at the front and center, maybe even having to be more aggressive and advocating for yourself. Whereas feminine energy is more intuitive based, more compassionate, more I go with the flow, and I'm in this energy of receiving things. I don't have to go out and push. I am able to sit back and let things come to me. And by doing that, we have the card of exchanging gifts, which is talking about being on the end of that receipt energy, both from the universe and from others. Let others pour into you. Let the universe bring you the answers. Let the universe bring you the abundance. But you have to get out of that negative mindset of, I don't deserve good things, and embrace the feminine beauty and energy of, yes, I do, and I'm going to receive it, to open that door and unlock that for yourself. And once you do, things come in so much easier. And Spirit's saying, for some of you, the never-ending story might be, I constantly have to go do everything by myself. I have to work. I have to go out and get it. Nobody's going to do anything for me. Live your soft life this summer. Let the universe show you that people can show up and show out, and that you can just ask for things and be open to receiving them, and that they will come to you, and you don't have to go out there and pound the pavement constantly and do everything by yourself to get it. So our postcard from Spirit for you, Pisces. Dear you, check in occasionally with yourself about your motives behind actions you plan on taking, especially when you have an end game in mind. Is the source of your motivation desire or entitlement? Maybe you're drawn to a certain path because you think it will bring you a feeling related to the outcome you seek, like safety or wholeness. Know that you will see a reflection in the outer world of the motive that drives you forward. Do you need a motive? Can you simply be pulled in the direction your soul calls you? Towards joy, discovery, growth, or adventure, participating in something compelling and meaningful without trying to define it. If you can step forward, surrender to whatever Spirit has in store for you, you will be amazed at how things turn out. Check your motives, then hand them over to Spirit. Everybody here wants what's best for you. Life loves you more than you know. And Spirit saying, again, maybe the motive is, I have to do everything myself because nothing will ever get done. And what you're really seeking is feeling safe and in control of your life, because you're so scared that if you don't do everything yourself, nothing will work out in your favor. And what you need to do is just trust that the universe has your back, and they're going to make sure that it does. And you don't have to be so overly in control for that to happen. So, Earth signs, you are last, and up first is Capricorn. Ooh. Well, listen here, Capricorn. I know you're one of those signs that's been getting your butt kicked. And we have a change in the winds. Blessed and Treasure Island is your oracle cards. And Spirit is saying, it's time to believe that good things are coming. Your luck is turning around. That was just a season of your life where the universe was taking away the things that were no longer working for you and setting you on the path that you're supposed to be on in order to receive these blessings that they're bringing to you now, and it is showing up in your life. And Treasure Island is really like representing like this good part of your life over the next 3 months, where things are going to be very auspicious for you. And this is the thing that Spirit also wants you to keep in mind. You know, we talk a lot about how having the wrong people in your life can block your blessings, but that is such a true thing. Because when you are such a, I will take care of everybody around me, I'm going to be generous, I'm not stingy, if I got it, you got it too kind of a person, sometimes it's not those other people's karma to be coming up with you. So Spirit's like, listen, we'll give you enough to get by, but like these assholes don't deserve all the good stuff that we want you to have. And so therefore, we need you to see that they don't need to be around anymore. And once you do kick those jerks to the curb, now we can bring the blessings in, and now you can reap the benefits because it wasn't their time. They didn't earn it. They didn't deserve it. And so they were just going to get good things because of you. Whereas really, you know, that's not the way that we wanted things to be. And so now that they're not an issue anymore, you can have all the good stuff. So Spirit's saying, you know, that's really a theme for a lot of Capricorns right now, is that you had to go through sort of this clearing out and realizing things, period. Not to quote Kylie Jenner. It's just the year of realizing things, you know, like realizing stuff. I think you're all going to realize things this year. Was that what she said? Just kept repeating realizing things. But I really do, you know, feel like you had to kind of go through that moment. And now it's like, okay, you got the right energy, you're in a different place, and now all the blessings can roll in. And Spirit's saying for some of you too, it was really about working on yourself and getting to a place where you believed that you deserved all the good stuff that's now going to be coming into your life. So your postcard from Spirit is, Dearest you have a unique purpose and destiny that only you can fulfill. But first, you need to know that destiny is not a destination. You don't arrive at some special place where poof, you're perfect and happy all the time. It's about establishing and firming up a commitment to a certain experience, whatever form that takes. Your soul knows what you need to experience. Your destiny is to be present to all of life's adventures, to discover your talents and full potential through allowing inspiration to lead you, and to risk standing apart from the crowd to listen to your soul. You are special as much as you are also paradoxically one with this world. Individual yet part of a great whole. Both truths have led you to this moment where we are saying you are on the right track, even if your ego self doesn't see it yet. Listen to your soul, check in with Spirit, and keep going. That's beautiful. Alrighty, Virgo. Y'all know I love me some Virgos. I don't know if I ever want to date one again, but I love y'all. Let's just say that because most of my exes are Virgos. And I was like, maybe I need to stop dating Virgos since they're all exes. Alrighty. Ooh, now for you, it is a time to step into your masculine energy a bit. First, they want you to take some time to imagine, to think about what could be my absolute best life. What is the thing that I want to do so much that I haven't done yet? And then act on it. Is it, I've always wanted to go to Egypt, and I just always am telling myself, you know, and 3 years from now, I'll have, you know, gotten a promotion at work, and then I won't feel so bad about taking the time off because I'll put in enough hours at the office. And then, you know, I can make sure that I have a babysitter for the kids or be able to put the dog in the, you know, kennel for a week to go. Spirit is saying, whatever this is, stop holding yourself back and act on it now. Because there is a long held dream that you gave up on or you put on the back burner. And it really does feel like it's a self-pleasure type thing. Not a, I'm going to go start another business or work another job. Because Virgos are the kings and queens of overworking themselves at times. But it really is something that, you know, kind of feels like deliciously selfish and just for you. The Spirit is saying, indulge in it. It's time for you to live in this land of milk and honey, to have that experience. We're not guaranteed tomorrow. We're not guaranteed next week. We're not guaranteed that everything is going to be perfect 3 years from now for us to do something. So if you can do it and you have the financial means to do so, or the opportunity to presents itself, take advantage of that, put that into action, go for it. Because Spirit is saying this is something that is going to feed your soul. It will be life-changing, even if you don't recognize it immediately. You know, not every life-changing moment is this, oh my God, aha, my whole entire life changed right this second, and I knew things were never going to be the same from here on out. Sometimes it's just, I experienced something, found out I enjoyed that, or found out that that was important to me. And over time, my soul kept pulling me to, hey, don't you want to do something about that? Or don't you want to do that thing more? You know, maybe it's, I discovered that I love skiing, or maybe it's, you know, I went with my friend to adopt a cat and then I realized that I wanted to rescue cats. Whatever that is, but it's not, you know, going with your friend to adopt a cat is not going to be that moment where it's like, my whole life changed. But it'll be one of those things that maybe it does keep weighing on your soul. And it's like, I want to help all these poor little innocent animals. And then you start doing that, and it keeps feeding your soul and feeding that empathic side of yourself and making you feel like, yes, I'm accomplishing something and putting good energy out into the world. So Spirit is saying to do that thing, lean into it, enjoy it, and it is going to change your life, whether it's a big aha moment or something that you realize just more and more over time. But it's time to bring some self-pleasure and selfishness into your life and put yourself first for once this summer, Virgo. And your postcard from Spirit, dearest you, on Earth, humans learn about life by telling stories and creating new ones based on shared experiences. Eventually, after repeating one often enough, it becomes your main story and you use it to define yourself and the world. So to get the answers you seek, you must get vulnerable and hear your story when you tell it. Ask, why do you tell it? Is it really true? What else can be true? Can you see the truth that Spirit is in all things? Do you see how other stories overlap and intertwine? Spirit loves stories, for they are like blueprints for co-creation. So tell the one we know to be true about you, a story of courage, gratitude, and honesty. Tell an empowered story about well-being, wisdom, and grace. You will experience your world according to the story you tell about it, so make sure they're stories you're proud of. So again, stop, no, I can't go do that because I have to work this weekend. You know me, I'm always working. That becomes your truth. Where if it's, hey, you know what? Maybe I can't this weekend because I'm already scheduled for work, but let's do the following weekend because I would love to do that. I am an adventurous person. And I would love to go have that, go whitewater rafting with you. That changes the narrative of who you are, and it helps you to believe that you are that adventurous person that you want to be, rather than just, I'm the Virgo workaholic. Alrighty, Taurus. Ooh. Okay. Now, Taurus, what in the heck have y'all been up to? Because there is the opportunity to make some real major life changes coming up for you. And it does feel like it's time to go, time to let go of something. And Spirit is saying, you know, take a break from feeling like I just have to continue my life the way that it's been. I have to keep doing life the way that I've always done it. And ask yourself, what is it that I can let go of and take a step back from all of this, take a break, and then when I come back to it, do it in a different way that works better for me. Because Spirit is saying for some of you, it really has just been being caught up in the drudgery of life. I have to wake up at 7 a.m. every day. I have to go to the gym at 7:30. I have to go to work at 8:30. I have to live in Texas. Even though I hate it, I have to try to make my life work in this place that I highly dislike. Or really, you can say, let me take a step back from all of this. Let me just breathe for a minute. Let me think about what does my ideal life look like, and not just me doing what TikTok or the world or whoever told me I should be doing that doesn't feel authentic to me and isn't feeding my soul and making me happy. And maybe I do make the plans and put into action the changes to find that life that makes me happy. And maybe that means moving to Seattle and doing what I need to do over the next few months to put that into a course of action. Start applying for jobs there, start looking for apartments there, start doing whatever that is. But Spirit is saying it's time to really take charge of your life and let go of living a life that you don't enjoy. And once you do that, your soul can feel so at peace and you can choose happiness. Happiness is our God-given right. The world will try to program us into believing that we don't deserve it. But it is our God-given right. So, Taurus, dearest you, we have something exciting to share with you. You are a manifesting master and you don't even know it. There will always be enough of everything that you need in your life. Money, opportunities, love, kindness. So whatever you're asking guidance about, have faith and be open to many ways in which you will experience prosperity. Spirit is the source of your supply. The universe is always reflecting back to you what you believe. So whenever you fall into insecurity, you will be shown an illusion as if your fear were real. But the truth is that the universe is abundant. You are and always have been enough. And abundance is your natural state. If you can imagine something consistently as truth, you can and will create it. You are so on the path right now. Keep believing, then the seeing happens. So guys, I hope that helps. I love all of you, and I hope everybody has a good one.